Okay. Um, sorry about this. Um, an hour late. Let's call it like it is. And because I'm gonna be honest, it slipped my mind, and it hit me when I looked at my clock. I said, "Oh shit, let me get up here." All right, waiting for Plat to pull up, and then we'll get this started. And I'm gonna go through last night in the NBA. Go through some football news. What's going on? Um, I'm ready to roll right now. Apologize to everybody. Um, get some football news, get some NBA last night. I watched the 76ers and the Bucks last night. I mean, did I say Bucks? 76ers and the Celtics. I'm sorry, folks. I'm getting a little up there in age. I forget some things. My mind's not as sharp as it once was, and it was a very interesting game between me, you, and the whole in the wall. You know what I'm saying? I did the game up here last night, the play-by-play. Philly's got something going here, and so does Boston. You could tell both of those teams, they know that's going to be the three teams to beat in the NBA. In the East. It's going to be Boston, Philly, Boston, Milwaukee. Philly has finally come to play, and I think one of the main reasons why I was impressed with Philly last night, because Philly's now a two-man team with a bunch of role players. That trade they made with the Clippers last night, it was a hell of a trade for them. Everybody's in here now. It's good to see all you guys, man. Good afternoon to all my guys in here, bro. Raven, boy, everybody got the notice. Quick, Jims is in here. Get Platinum up right here. But let me finish the point I was making to you guys. Watching Philly last night, I was very impressed. And it's about damn time that Philadelphia realized to start taking this season seriously early. Dr. Platinum Elite, the anti-matchmaker. I caught a little bit of that last night, Raven. A little bit. Jims is always in the building. Get Plat up here in a second when he's ready to pull up. But yeah, man. Oh, God. I'm just cracking up, man. Oh, yeah. But Philly, the point I was making is it looks like Philly is ready. You know what I'm saying? Plat giving a shout out to everybody in the chat. Waiting for him to pull up any second. And like I said, guys, Philly is interesting. You know what I'm saying? All right, the man of the hour is here. I apologize to this great man. The great Platinum Elite is here. Afternoon, sir. My apologies.
What's up with you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm alive to see another day. I'm glad you're up here. I just made something. I just saw something came across the web. But when we get to the NFL, I'll talk about that with you because NFL related. Um, I know you looked at the board for yourself, like the games this week. I saw three last night that jumped right at me
They spoke. They spoke to you, Mace.
like.
You better leave me alone, Mace. You better leave me alone, Mace.
I will leave you alone.
I got you looking at the now. They starting to speak to you, Mace. You look at that board. Them games. They start to talk to you. When you look at that line, you be like, "Oh, what?"
Exactly what happened, bro. I'm on the air last night doing the game after the basketball game. And I'm looking at the Vegas Insider. I was like, "Oh, really? Where?" I say, guys, I will talk about it tomorrow. Now that I'm here, let me go find those games I fell in love with. It jumped right off at me. Yeah.
Nah, it's how they talk to you, man.
They do.
You be like you looking at the games and you be like, man, I ain't gonna do nothing this week, and then you see them lines.
Yeah.
Like them lines come out Tuesday, right? So like a Monday, you might take a beating, right? So man, I'm done with this stuff. I'll take a week off. And then that lines that come out Tuesday, Wednesday, you start looking, and then all of a sudden, man, they start talking to you. You said, man, ain't no way. You know, Georgia, Missouri last week, and
Mm-hmm.
the public was all over that. They said Georgia ain't gonna beat no Missouri by no 16 points.
Yeah, we
They
both
said,
said last week.
yeah. They said, and I looked and I saw the public was on that. Everybody took them 16 points, man. Because it was like, hell, they might lose the game. Now I don't think they was gonna lose, but they ain't gonna beat them by no 16 points, and they didn't. And they didn't. So, and that was one that everybody was looking at, that they couldn't believe that they gave them Missouri the way they're playing. You're giving them 16 points. Then Georgia hadn't really been playing, shutting people out.
Yeah.
So you got this Big Ten thing now with Penn State. I mean, with Michigan. I don't know. I saw something on the news. I don't know what they're going to do as far as suspend Jim Harbaugh. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm looking at he might get suspended. They're supposed to make up their mind right now. They're supposed to be doing it now. And he might not even be on the sideline for this game. And once again, the so-called handicappers, they're predicting Penn State to win this game.
I was just looking at that as we speak. They of Michigan's 4.5 point favorite on the road.
Yeah, they did this at the start of the season. They said James was going to get one of them, and actually it was Michigan. It wasn't Ohio State. They said he was going to get one, and they predicted that he would get Michigan. It's at Michigan. They blew the doors off Maryland. I don't know if he's got that cornerback, the guy who went out doing the Ohio State game. All of the controversy going on with Michigan now with Jim, you got to do a work, like you have to do your preparation. And with all of that stuff going around, we don't know how they're preparing, with Jim trying to fight this, and he's got to go talk to his lawyers. He got to go talk to the team. He's got to go talk to people outside the team when they need to be watching game. He need to be out there practicing, looking at plays, getting ready to play Penn State. So a lot is on if he'll even be on the sideline, and if that's going to affect the team. Now, me, I ain't a big fan of Penn State, so I'm not. So, not this now. Not what Ohio State. They couldn't get a first down, and I'm not, so it seems like it's another setup. They did the same thing about 2 weeks ago. James, and everybody knows he melts down when he plays, ranked up. Yeah, so, I mean, I hope they win, but I don't know, man. I might put it out as an opinion. I hope they win, but I wouldn't put a whole lot into Penn State beating Michigan, even if Jim's not on the sideline, even then. I mean, he's got to do it, and that's the number one ranked team. If he can pull it off,
it's in the contract extension.
Well, no, if he can beat Michigan, I don't know which side of the conference. I don't know which is he on the Ohio State side or the Michigan
He's
side.
Ohio State and Michigan.
I'm saying
they're all together. They put
all three of them on the same side.
Yeah, that's why Ohio State loses. I mean, Penn State loses out all the time.
Okay, so if he beats Michigan, wouldn't that it would come down to Ohio State and Michigan then, right? If he could knock off Michigan, he'd have one loss. Well, he'd have one loss, and then Ohio State, Michigan got to play the last game. And if Michigan can knock off Ohio State, all of a sudden he's still in the running, right?
Yeah.
because he beat Michigan. So yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, he needs to win this game, man. I hope he can do it, man. But as far as like putting money on it, I I can't trust him with no money, man. I'm serious. I can't. I want him to win. I like that defense, but until he can do it, I'll watch though. I do have that game marked to be watched. So, but go ahead. You said there was some games that spoke to you.
Oh yeah. Let me get to it in 2 seconds. Yeah. There were some games last night. I was looking at it and went boom, 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 boom. And I said, yeah, I got my 3 college picks, but I said I'll save them for today. Let me start. I was gonna take Michigan, but I said no, I'm gonna cool off there because all right, here's my first one. I jumped all over this. I'm gonna take Kansas at home 3.5 against Texas Tech.
Okay. I mean, well, we might be on the other side.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of statistics that plays to Texas Tech pulling off the upset.
Yeah.
Now, I think that, let me look at my card. That might be one of my picks. So let me see. But I got you though. I got you. That is a low line. Let me look. Let me see. Do. Yep. What's the line on that game?
3.5.
What
Kansas at home.
what should it be?
In my opinion,
Uh-huh.
it should be at least 10.5. Yeah, I know. It's telling you something.
Yeah, that Penn State line is telling you something. That line's way too low. 4 points.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah,
That's why I left it alone.
I'll take the bet, but come on, man, give me 15, 17 and a half. I'm not taking no 4 point bet, game against the number one team in the nation.
I was gonna take it, I left it alone. I took Kansas instead.
There's nothing wrong with that. You want to go with Kansas? Go right ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas minus 3.5. That's my first pick.
Got you.
That's my first pick. My second one. Every time I take this guy, he comes through. Even though he loses, he covers. I'm gonna hold off for that for a second. My other my second pick, I am jumping all over my Miami Hurricanes plus 14.5 in Tallahassee against Florida State tomorrow. I'm definitely taking Miami tomorrow. Definitely taking the Hurricanes tomorrow.
We on the same side there. We on the
3:30.
We on the same side with that one, Mace. We've been talking about they got to beat Miami, and they're gonna stub their toe. They're not gonna beat Miami. They're not gonna beat Miami. Miami's gonna beat them. I take the money line. You got 14 and a half points.
Yeah.
Man, I take the money line on that game. And what time is that?
3:30, 2:30 your time.
Oh yeah.
ABC.
Yeah, you put 200, 300 on the money line, 300 to win probably 17, 1,400, 1,500. I take my chances. Some of those games you say, well, platinum, you throwing away money. Well, you're right. You can throw away money on any of these games, but some of those games, because of the way it's set up and the line maker, you got to watch him. But see, that's a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Florida State, Miami. It's not going to be played the way Florida State's beating up on these other teams. They're not going to beat up on Miami like that. They shouldn't, at least. And it's like you're taking the chance. It's like you can almost see the way it's setting up that and they're due. Florida State is due for at least a tight game. So yeah, I take the money line. I think that or I'll just take the points. I mean, I think that if they do win, it'll probably be a 3-point game.
Yeah, because to me, talent-wise, they're the same. The only difference is they have a quarterback they can depend on, and the Hurricane quarterback sucks. So I'm gonna take the Hurricanes anyway. because of talent for talent. They can match up with them. And this one, I cannot believe it is this low. I'm jumping all over it. I'm taking Missouri plus 1.5 at home against Tennessee in Columbia, Missouri. I am all over Missouri plus 1.5.
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't disagree with that. I have to agree with you. I don't know if that's on my board. Let me go look at my list. I don't
If
think
that game was in Knoxville, I would leave it alone. But because it's in Missouri and the way Missouri's played this year, folks, they're the best 7-2 team in the country. They have 2 legit losses. LSU at home by a field goal, and last week against at Athens against Georgia last week, they were 16-point underdog and they covered ease. Me and Plat a week ago today, we were all over that. I'm definitely taking Missouri at home plus 1.5 against Tennessee. I don't look at Tennessee as last year's Tennessee.
Let me see.
Not at all.
Okay. It says Ooh. Okay. And yeah, a lot of numbers are on your side on this UT game. Yeah, so I mean, if you're comfortable with Tennessee, like,
yeah, I'm comfortable with Missouri.
what do you think about Alabama? Four touchdowns on LSU, back in the running.
That was very impressive.
Yeah,
Even I will admit that. I was very. It's good. No, I'm being honest. I'm not an Alabama hater. What I try to tell people is why Alabama has been dismissed is because Georgia's the story right now. Georgia can do something that no team has done in our lifetimes, people. 3P. Now, if Bama comes out of the West, what a SEC championship game we're going to see because Bama is the team that could derail Georgia's dream. And you know damn well, if Nick is playing that SEC championship game, he don't give a damn about winning the national championship. He beats Kirby Smart. That whole team is rewarded after the game for the offseason.
But if you watch the game, okay, he lost to Texas.
Well, I had Texas in that one a lock. I took
you.
Texas that week. I said they're going to win up in Tuscaloosa, and they did.
Okay, that's a good call, Mace. But if you watch the game, if you've been watching Alabama, he's slowly putting that team, making it. It's becoming. It looks like Alabama now. And in the beginning of the year, it didn't look like Alabama. They struggled with South Florida. But if you're watching that team now, they've been playing all those SEC teams. And this LSU, you see the way they knocked the quarterback out of the game. They're starting to look like Alabama now, bro. And the more,
you know why they do? I'm gonna tell you the reason why they do, Plat. The players now believe in that quarterback. If you saw that quarterback last year and you saw him early this season, this guy was terrible. I used to tell you that. I used to totally ignore Alabama. I said, I don't care about this kid. He sucks. Now you see him. He looks damn good. He looks comfortable. And the players have rallied around him. That's why Alabama is coming on strong at the right time.
well, they're playing Kentucky this week. I think it's 14 points. And they just need to win the game, but they'll probably cover. And we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see who they have to match up with in this conference, the conference championship. And we'll see. Everything's what we need. What I need Penn State to beat Michigan. I need Penn State to go ahead and beat Michigan. And that's going to throw a monkey wrench in all of that because if Ohio State beats Michigan, Michigan's out of it. Michigan's not going nowhere. Not going no playoffs. So, I agree. Yeah, so we'll see. We just got to wait and see.
Shout out to all my fellas in the chat room. Totally appreciate you guys pulling up this afternoon. I apologize believe it or not, I was taking a nap. And I really forgot about this. So I looked at my clock and said, "Oh goddamn, let me get up, let me get upstairs and do this up here." So I apologize to you guys, but Plat was gracious enough, and I apologize to him too. So those are my free picks, fellas. Go run and take it. Miami Hurricanes plus 14.5, Kansas minus 3.5, and I have Missouri plus 1.5 at home against Tennessee. I don't get that one, man.
There you go. Now
Those are my picks this week. As Platt said, they all jumped out at me last night.
Well, sometimes they don't talk to you either, though. Sometimes you look at them and they'll say nothing.
Those are the tough weeks for me.
We jumping into pros real quick. The Giants lost their quarterback, Jones, right?
Yeah.
And they drug out some dude. Where'd they find that guy?
I don't know, but I know one thing, and I was talking to Iman, and Iman is riding and dying with Daniel Jones, but the word is up here the Giants are going to draft one of these the Giants are going to tank the rest of the way. They're either going to take a new quarterback or they're going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. That's their two targets right there. New quarterback or Marvin Harrison.
Who's the backup for the Giants?
Some kid I never heard of, and he's horrible.
Yeah, so Dallas is playing the Giants.
When I looked at it on Monday, it was 10.5. Now, last I saw last night, it was 16.5.
Yeah, that line's going way up. So, yeah, that quarterback. Where'd they find that quarterback? It was Tommy Zito or some shit.
Yeah. He was horrible. I've seen him play a couple of times. Last 2 weeks, he was horrible. And the sad thing about the Giants, folks, their bye week is week 13. So they're going to get pounded the rest of the way every week. And they play the Eagles week 16 and 18. So they're going to get pounded. They're going to tank. I'm going to leave it alone only because there's too many points. If it was the 10.5 like it started, I would jump over it. But 17 points is too much. Giants are not,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got you. I got you. We got a game. What do you think about this Bears game, Thursday night game? Bears Carolina. With briskets. I mean Braggett.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Both teams are the Bears got both picks. They got the Carolina's number 1 and number 2 next year's draft. I don't think it matters to the Bears, but I believe it does matter for Carolina because if they don't get Bryce Young another win, this is the only week they can do it for a while. So, man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna shock you, Plat. They play tough in New Orleans. I'm gonna take the Panthers to cover, but the Bears to win. These two teams are two of the worst.
There you go.
And I'm gonna shock you. The Bears got the better quarterback, folks. They do.
There you go.
I'm not talking about Justin Fields, who the coach said, and I was gonna watch this video, but I looked at I came up here instead. Word is they may ride this kid the rest of the season.
Okay.
And what that tells you, folks, is this. Chicago likes the fact that they could seriously end up with the first 2 or first and third picks of the draft. They can go quarterback. They can get King's ransom for Justin Fields. They know this. Why do you think Kyler Murray's playing Sunday, folks? On one leg. Because Arizona wants to showcase him.
Well, he's not. Yeah, Mace. If he's out there, he can play. They're not going to put him out there like that. No.
I know he can play.
And Kyler can beat you. So no, what I'm saying is, you have to I would be very careful betting against Arizona with him playing because he can, with his scrambling and way he plays, he can beat you. So now I've seen that because I've seen him get hurt and a couple of games, then you know you want to take Arizona, and that's fucking Kyler Murray. He's driving the ball. They're winning. You know, they keep scoring, so the team doesn't cover. The team might win, but they cover because of Kyler Murray. Now they had to back up last week, but now they're talking about him playing, and I wouldn't touch that game.
Speaking of that, Plat, I saw the last drive of the game live right in front of me when I was on the air Sunday. Is there any better story this past week than what Joshua Dobbs did for the Vikings?
No, it's very possible, and he does throw a lot of picks. It's a reason he's a backup, and what the word is going against the Saints, is going to be a little bit different because he's a backup quarterback. Now, I'm gonna stay with Joshua. I'm gonna stay watching. I think, and somebody said Minnesota has a shot. Minnesota has a shot to make the playoffs. I think
they're going to go on the road. They're 5-4 right now. They're going to make it because. You know who the first 6 teams are? It's going to be Philly, Dallas. It's going to be Detroit, Seattle, San Francisco, and whoever wins the South. Minnesota's going to get their schedule is very easy now, and they don't play Detroit to week 16 and week 18, so they can make the Lions, let's say, drop one. And by the time they play Detroit, they'll be let's say 1 game behind. They can catch Detroit and steal that division. They played Detroit last 2 weeks 16 and 18 in the season.
Well, we just need them to get in the playoffs, and I think this story doesn't end. I think Joshua, I think Minnesota is, I think that is a team that you hop on to now. And I think they're gonna win a bunch of games. I think you're gonna make a lot of money. Joshua was playing well, and the problem with Arizona is just overall it's not a good team. And then that running back Connor, he kept getting hurt, but he's not going to have that problem with Minnesota. Minnesota's going to. This is probably one of the best teams he's ever played for. So, and they got receivers, you know, so he's going to have the tools. And now he's actually getting a week of practice. So yeah, we'll
no, I hear you.
But let's go ahead and go with these.
Before you go, let me just say this to Iman. Yo, Iman, I wasn't taking a shot at you. I said you're riding down with your boy. There's nothing wrong with that, brother. He's your man, your bro. All respect. Before I tell you, Plat, Jims is going to play a parlay. He's going to take the Bears. He's going to take the Colts. He's going to take the Niners, the Steelers, Atlanta, Detroit, Bengals, Vikings, and Browns. Plat, how much? What's up, Big Red? Well, how much would an 18 parlay pay you?
Well, you could look. I don't know the odds off the top of my head, but the odds I can find them for you. Let me go look.
Yeah, just keep
18 parlay. 18 parlay. Let's see. 8. Wait a minute. I got to get on Google. Damn. 18 parlay. 8 team parlay odds. Here we go. Right there. 180 to 1. 180. So if you win, that's a $10 bet, what is that? 1,800?
Yeah. Plus 22,081 for that 9th pick. You want to give him a 9th pick, Plat? Where your games on Sunday? You think it's gonna be a good?
I wouldn't do. Well, I personally don't do parlays.
Yeah,
I don't do parlays, but and also parlays mess you up because they throw your focus off. I mean, look, if you just want to make, just want to have a 5, go get you some $5 parlays, and 18 for fun, shits and giggles. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they win. I know people who've hit them. I haven't seen nobody make 18,000, but $10 and they win 1,800. Some people hit them.
Yeah.
So you can hit them. I don't do them. I really don't even do 2-team parlays. I don't even do parlay to win with the over. You know, I did when I first started. I used to do that all the time. I used to do 2-team, 3-team. Every now and then I'll do them. Actually, I did some this season, and I won. You know, but I don't really no more than 2 teams. No more than 2 teams. But I don't like to do them. But yeah, they got some great odds, man.
Yeah, there you go. My pro, I'm not ready for my pro yet. I'll do it before we get off the
I,
air. But I
I
got my
got you.
college down pack. If you missed it, folks, I got Missouri plus 1.5 at home against Tennessee. I'm taking the Hurricanes, Miami plus 14.5. And who's my third game? Oh, Kansas minus 3.5 at home against Texas Tech. He likes parlays for clear favorites. He likes playing the parlays. Well, there you go. There goes your parlays, Jim. Good luck with that.
Anything, okay. Gambling, right?
Yeah,
Anything, and it could be just say casino. Say you're a slot player.
yeah,
Anything they give you, they're not okay. First of all, there ain't no such thing as something for free. Okay, that just don't exist in our society. There's nothing of value is free. Okay, if it's free, it's probably something not of value. It doesn't have any value. Okay,
yeah.
so drinks. If I go to a casino, I don't have to buy a drink if I'm gambling. If I'm at the slots, they'll go get me a drink. You know, the ladies there, they'll go get me a drink. And I'm gambling. I'm putting my money in the slots. I'm pulling the slots. It could be penny slots. I'm pulling the slots. You want a gin and tonic? They'll go get you a gin and tonic. Now you got to tip them.
Tip them with 20 or 10 or 20.
Well, I don't know. You got to tip them. You can tip them whatever you want, but I'm saying I give a $2 tip or something like that. But I'm saying you can. It's you're gambling. So in exchange, they want you to drink. Well, they want you to drink because they know if you drink, you're more likely to continue to gamble. Your judgment is going to be impaired. So you see the game they play, they're not really giving. You're not really getting anything. You think you are. Oh, you get. I'm go down here and play the casino, and I'm drink free. Okay, well, go play. Go play, and get impaired and lose money. And when you win money, they're gonna take all day paying you.
Mm-hmm.
We got it where the bank don't close, the bank don't open till. Why don't you go ahead and get a room? Here's the room, and here's some free passes, so you can lose your money. So if you go down there, if you go to a casino with 10,000 cash,
Yeah,
if they'll take the bet tonight, you say, hey, give me the Bears, whatever Bears -4 plus whatever the Bears is.
mm-hmm.
I want to put this $10,000 on the Bears. It's 10,000. They're gonna somebody's gonna come from down. He's gonna look. He's gonna get on the phone. Let the people know we about to take a bet. Is it okay? Can we cover this? And they're gonna look and say, okay, what side is he on? Oh, I'm on the Bears. They're gonna look at the bets. They're gonna say they'll either say yes or no. If they say no, they're saying, okay, we don't have enough action on to level it out, and we don't want to. If you win, we don't want to have a lopsided win like that in tonight, because they look at everything, how much money people putting in, and then they don't care. You can go somewhere else. They say, okay, your money go, or we'll take 5,000. We won't take 10. So what I'm saying, you have to be able to find somebody who will even take the bet. So you got $11,000. You got to pay the juice. So I mean, you got, what is it, 100? That'd be 100. So it'll be 10,000. Oh, now we got to get into, is 10-1? Well, anyhow, you pay the juice, right? It's either 11,000 or it's 10-1, and you pay that, and it's 10,000 and the juice to win 10,000, and you got the Bears game. Now, boom, Bears come out, boom, up, Bears up. 23-0 at the half. Boom, third quarter, Bears up 37-0. Boom, 4 minutes, 8 minutes left. My mark has always been 6 minutes. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The other team got a touchdown. My thing is 6 minutes. If I can make it to 6 minutes and it's a couple of scores, I know I'm going to make it. So, boom, they stop them. They don't get the ball. They get the ball again. 3 minutes left. They eat up clock. They get another. They get 14 points. Boom. I know I'll be at the window. Boom. I go to the window. Boom. They're going to count out the money. You owe 22,000. Boom. There your money. Boom. You got your money. Boom. Now, you do that 3-4 times, they're going to be looking at you, and they might not want even. They might ask you that we don't even want your action. We don't. You're too lucky for us. Because they don't want you to win.
No, they want to keep that money.
Yeah, so I'm saying, and you leaving, you're not staying, you got your money, then you hit the doors, and then you're back Saturday, and you putting that on Penn State, and then you win, and then you putting it on Missouri, and then you win, and you walking out of there with like 50,000, and you don't need no room, you walking out with 50, and then you back up there in front of that clerk with another 10 racks, for Monday night, and they're gonna look at you because most people don't win. When I say most people, I mean like
everyday people.
Yeah, most for every 10 bettors, one person might win. And I'm not talking about a lot. What I mean is they might win a bet. So in the process, they won the bet. Then the next time they bet, they lose the bet. But literally, only 3% of people win, even in sports gambling. 3%. And when you say parlays, when you start talking about 6, 7, 18 parlays, literally nobody wins those. I mean, like it's one in probably 1,000. You start almost getting into lottery numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very hard to hit because all it takes, it's hard to win one team. 8 teams, it's hard to just get one guy right, But that doesn't matter. Sports gambling though is a way to make money because there are situations just like this Giants thing, right? Mm-hmm. Where they don't have a quarterback. So, and then you got a team. They're going to Dallas, right?
Yeah, they're late game Sunday for 3:25 Central, 4:25 here in the East Coast of New York.
And see, the line maker, he's taking bets. He wants you to take the Giants, so he's sweetening it up, and he's running that number up. This is how the handicappers. And see, he knows what he's not talking about the public. Now he's talking about professional handicap. Professional handicappers will take the history of the Giants and the Cowboys, and they'll look at the entire history of that matchup, and they'll say, what's the highest number that's ever been on these teams? And they'll say 13 and a half in 1983. Who won the game? Did the Cowboys? No, they didn't cover. So the Cowboys never, whenever the lines, they said, well, whenever the line's over 10 points, who tends to win? And they said, well, whenever it's over 10, the Cowboys win 30% of the time. Whenever it's a 10-point spread with the Giants. So, and they put it all that and they said, well, our percentage is 17 and a half, it's a 80-90% chance the Cowboys won't cover because in the history of this matchup, they've never won. When the key is this, when the game is lined at 17, it's not about Cowboys blowing them out. Cowboys won 45. Well, the game wasn't a 17-point spread. So they said, well, that's the highest spread ever been offered in this matchup. Whenever the Cowboys have, and they'll go double digit. Whenever it's been double digit, they have a 30% win rate. The odds are take the points. So that's how. So he knows that. But as that line continues to creep, because it's the NFL. Now I don't know how bad this quarterback is, but with the NFL, there shouldn't be that much of a drop off. NFL talent still got to be able to make a roster. They still got to be able to throw a screen. They got to be able to throw a slant. No matter who they are, just like Justin Dobbs, you could bring a guy in who's playing. He was playing to another team, and he's able to read a defense and then throw guys open. They win the game. I don't know how bad this guy is. This Tommy Vito or whatever.
He's bad, bro.
But he might be capable of throwing he might be. I don't know. I never seen him. But you got to be careful. You're right. The line, they will. But you can win too. If they keep raising that line, you could just take the points. If that line go up to like 20.5, you could take the points and say, man, Dallas ain't going to beat them by no 20.5. They'll win, but they'll be able to get 8. Is Barkley still playing, the running back?
Yeah. Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah, maybe they'll just run the ball. So
right. That's all they're going to do is run the ball.
Well, maybe he might break free and get a couple of touchdowns. You can get a straight touchdown. I've seen games, man, where the bad team, they get a special teams touchdown. They get a guy falls down on defense. They throw and they're up 14, and they get up 14-3 going into the second quarter, and the team's got to win by 35 points, and you got 2 touchdowns. And they're playing good defense, like they're like they got to fight to score. So what I'm saying, sometimes it's in your favor. Now, that being said, whenever the line is high, for me, I always go over. Because if anytime if I see a line in NFL 17, 18, I'm gonna take that team because he's afraid. That tells me the line maker's afraid of something. Like, you don't want me to take the bet. Why you got the line so high? Because he don't want me to take the bet. And more than likely, the reason he don't, because they'll probably have that at the first. They'll probably have 21 points in the first quarter. They'll probably have the backup in the third quarter. He'll probably throw for a touchdown. You might even see the guy, the third string guy, the Ward guy. You might even see him out there. I mean, the Cowboys might beat them 50+0. Plus, Cowboys lost that game to Philly. You said this game's at Dallas Stadium?
Yeah, Arlington, yeah, Texas.
Oh, yes, yeah, man. So they're going to want to, that's Jerry Jones. They're going to want to please their fans because they lost a big game. So, yeah, they're going to try to put some points on the Giants to keep the faith, let them know, hey, we're fine. We're going to make the playoffs. And, so I would take Dallas minus whatever. I don't care if it's 21. I take
17 solid right now.
Yeah, I don't care if it inches. Well, we got 4 days. I don't care if it's 21. I would take Dallas minus the 21 because, like, whenever he starts doing that, whenever he starts inching that line up, he's afraid. And he's trying to bait you, and you never go. Look, you just don't go the way they want you to go.
Plat, that was my on Tuesday night when I was on here. It was 10. That was my lock of the century, bro. I was gonna take that minus 10 and run with it.
Some people did. No, you can, like, right now, you can bet it now. Some people
fans are all over that. Vegas is happening too because of the popularity of the Cowboys. Fans with DeVito, whatever his name at quarterback, they're taking that 17 right now and running with it.
Okay, well, let me look at this real quick.
They're running with
it. When is this? This is the late game. This is the
4:25 Eastern.
Yeah, okay. The problem, I got it open at 17.5, and it's holding at 17.5. That's what I got. I mean, on this website I'm on, it's saying it opened at 17.5.
Well, last night, Plat, when I looked at it, it was 16.5. When I saw it on Tuesday, or was it Sunday night? Yeah, it was Sunday night. We was doing the Bengals. I was up here for the Bengals and
Yeah,
the
you
Bills.
can't. Yeah, Mace, you can't. They're not gonna let you. You can't wager a sports book. Yeah, they're not gonna take the bet. They're not gonna, I mean, you can. You have to have a relationship with the book and stuff like that. Some books will give you early lines. If you've been playing with a book for 10 years and you don't say you done made 100,000, but you done lost 100,000 and you're a millionaire better. Like say a guy like Barkley. Barkley, he'll put $500,000 on a game like that. One of the perks is you get early lines. So yes, a guy like him, they'll be like, okay, 10 points. Now, obviously he got to know what he's doing, and then he hops on it. But see, even then, you're still not gonna be able to put what you want. They might, for him, he's a multimillionaire. He might be able to put 10,000, and they'll say that's the limit. He said, well, I want to put 100,000 on this. They said, well, you won't be able to do that until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They're gonna protect. It's a business. They're gonna protect themselves. Now they make a lot of money, but they have to protect themselves from losses too. And also, as a line maker, you're gonna get fired if you keep putting out bad lines and they keep losing. You won't be around. So and you got college basketball, NBA basketball. You got women's basketball. You got this. This is when people can get the bookmaker because all these different games, they can't keep up with all of them. So you can hop on a game, just like in the NBA. There's going to be lines that come out. You say, what the hell? Because you know something they don't. And then you hop on that game and you win. But that's how most of this stuff is. Most of this stuff is you knowing what he doesn't know. And all of this stuff is about knowledge. You know more than the next guy, so therefore you win. The reason they win is they know more than you. They just go by that. And then when you have ESPN, when you have the talking heads, like I told you about the Baggett guy, right?
Yeah.
And I said, are they hyping him up? And this was when we were doing our thing I think we was talking on Monday or Tuesday. Well, anyhow, I was like, are they hyping him up? You said, oh yeah. He's on Good Morning Football and he got his shirt.
I told you that,
Yeah, and sure enough, they got their ass handed to them on that Monday night game. You just had something against the Charger head coach. But I was like, don't you see? Because I'm saying I know how they are. And see, they watch the public. So they play against the public opinion. The line maker is the line maker is going to bait you to get you on the wrong side of the book. And that's how they make money. He don't, and the fandom, they're going to, certain people are fans. So they're like Dallas, they're Dallas fans. They never bet against Dallas. So they'll eat that because they're going to play the next week when they can't win anyhow. And they'll make money off. But the Chicago guy, I've seen it. I just saw the way they was building him up, and he'll be playing tonight. Now I don't know, haven't made up my mind. If I take that game, I think I'll be on the side of the Bears because
the Bears are going to win this game. I could tell you that right now. They're going to win the game.
Something's going on with
the Bears. They want to win the game because and they got Carolina's number 1 and number 2 picks the next draft. The more they win, the more Carolina loses, they got the number 1 pick sealed.
Okay, well, all right, let's talk about that.
Okay.
I know the NBA does that. I do. I don't keep up with the NBA, but I know that the NBA, they'll tank because of a particular player is coming out. And I think the Cavaliers did it for LeBron or whatever. Okay, but in the NFL, it's very hard to do that because those guys are going to lose their job. And those other players have incentives in their contract. And they need to meet, we're talking about money. We're talking about $500,000. So it's very hard for a team to say, hey, we want the number 1 pick. So it's week 10, it's 8 games left. So we're going to tank and guys ain't gonna meet their incentives. And then your coach is gonna get fired. Well, if I'm gonna get fired, I'm gonna be putting my resume together because you got to take care of your family. So in the NFL, it's just hard to deliberately lose games because say you want Caleb. Well, and then on top of that, guys can always trade in, and then you tanked for what? Because some guy can come in and take the player that you want. So it's hard. I follow what you're saying, but in the NFL, man, if you saw the Eagles, fighting for every play, bro, believe me, they all trying to win, all of them.
Of course, yeah. These are professional players.
Yeah,
their egos and knowing their pride, living with themselves as human beings is on the line. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you talking about millions of dollars and now one thing I do want to know: do you think the NFL is going to let Jalen Hurts on the Eagles keep doing that quarterback thing? I know they can't really stop it, but I mean that's the problem. You can't stop it.
Yeah.
So no, the NFL tends to look at it like if a team, it's just like, like the slam dunk. They said we got to get this out the league because it's too easy and nobody else can do it. And then for a while you couldn't slam dunk in the NBA, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that quarterback. I don't know what they're doing, but you cannot stop their sneak, man. And I noticed that in the Super Bowl. That's the Eagles' offense. They only want to get about 8 yards, and then they'll go and do that sneak. They're not trying to get anything more than 5 or 6 yards, and then they'll go into sneak mode. And they'll go and do the fourth down. They'll go for it on fourth. And you literally cannot stop that sneak.
No. You're right.
So, I just watched it. And actually, Eagles really not even a good team. But then you'll find that out in the playoffs, though.
You know what I think about the Eagles, honestly? And I didn't realize this, too. They lost the Super Bowl, believe it or not. I think the Eagles are a damn good team. I do. And the reason why I give them credit is their track record in the 21st century. We all know it was New England on the AFC side, the Broncos, the Colts with Manning, and the Steelers with Ben, and the Ravens. In the NFC this century, it's been the Eagles, it's been the Packers, it's been the Seahawks. They have dominated the NFC. And the point I'm making here is what you're talking about is you're right. What I figured the Eagles out. They have decided, hey, this is the way they think. No one can beat us. So we're going to play conservative, pound the football. Keep our quarterback healthy. Keep everybody healthy. No one can stop us on that, whatever that play is called. And we could just run the ball all day. Because we have a great young defense on the other side of the ball. That's the Eagles. But when the Eagles go up against, let's say, and they're going to play Seattle late this year. They never beat Seattle. When they go up against, when they play Buffalo in 2 weeks, we're going to find out a lot about the Eagles. There you go. Buffalo is a test for them because of Josh Allen. Let's see them against a real quarterback. That's my point. They go up against Lamar Jackson. They go up against Burrow. They go up against Josh. They go up against Deshaun Watson. And guess who they play next, Plat? They're off this week. Guess where they go next?
Where?
Rematch at Kansas City next Monday night. You're going to see something in that game, folks. What Platinum just said, what I just told you, let's see the Eagles against the best in the business.
Well, unfortunately for Kansas City, I probably would take Kansas City. I mean, Eagles, because if he don't fumble that ball in the Super Bowl, they don't win that game.
I totally agree.
Yeah, because that's one thing that he's like, look at the Dallas. He didn't fumble. The Kansas City, they got that touchdown, So
yeah.
Pound for pound, they're going to Kansas City?
Yes, to Arrowhead next Monday night. Not this one coming up, the following one. Okay. That will be November 20th. They'll be in Kansas City, yeah. that Monday night.
Man, personally, even though Kansas, and it's gonna be interesting. But the Eagles really aren't that good, man. I mean, like statistically, they give up a lot of passes, but then Kansas City been fucking up. So, but if to be for real, I would think the Eagles would win that game because I haven't been impressed with Kansas City. But who knows? The best team in the NFL is the Bengals. They're killing.
Wow, going to Bengals.
It looks like it's the Bengals. They beat the Niners. They're finna play the Raiders, Ravens. I don't know. They should win this game. The Ravens. Before the Niners, they beat somebody else that was good. I think did they play the Bills?
San Francisco 2 weeks ago.
Did they play the Bills?
Buffalo.
Yeah. So
Seahawks. No, to me, clearly, Plat, you haven't seen it. And I've been telling everybody this since week 6. That Baltimore Raven team is the doomsday machine, man. Lamar, I keep saying it, all these tour guys don't come in here no more. Lamar will win unanimous MVP this year, folks. Look at his schedule the rest of the way.
They play the Bengals this week.
They play the Bengals next Thursday night, Plat. We're going to see. They already beat the Bengals. We'll see it again. Yeah.
Well,
next Thursday, a week from tonight, Cincinnati at Baltimore.
All right. We'll see them. Lamar is playing better this year. That's right. Okay. They're playing better this year. They're predicted. They're playing the Browns, but some people think the Browns are going to get them. Lamar is playing better.
I can see the Browns winning this week.
Lamar's playing better, but I think the Bengals, the way they've been playing, I think they'll beat the Ravens, and we'll just have to wait and see, man, because you can't predict this stuff before these teams even play. But let's go ahead and get these college football games out the way. I'm gonna rock right with you, Mace, with Miami over Florida State.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami.
We'll take Miami, and you say you give me 14 points.
Yeah, 14.5.
14.5.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go see. Let's see. Ooh, Publix all over Miami. It's at Florida State.
Yeah, in Tallahassee.
Okay, so I'll take Miami.
Yeah,
9-0 Florida State.
Where's that?
So I'm gonna say this right here. Look, I'll probably take the money line, but in all honesty, you want to go ahead and take them points. And if Florida State wins, just hope they don't win by 2 touchdowns. But we got to wait and see. I mean, I think Miami can get them, and I also think this would make up for that Georgia Tech. For that screw up.
Disasters.
So that's one. Put that down as a one.
A 1 star, you got it.
Yeah. And let me get. I'm on the other side of you on this Texas Tech.
Okay.
It's a lot of numbers on the history of this matchup. And the way Kansas is playing, give me Texas Tech over Kansas, and make that a 1.
Got it, Plat.
Okay, and give me. Let me get Penn State to stay within the number. I ain't getting no points. Now that shows you they won't even give me no. Can I get 2 touchdowns? But anyhow, give me Penn State.
Okay.
Give me. I would touch this game. How you gonna give me Penn State 4 points? Give me Penn State to stay within the number or even beat Michigan and mess it up. Yeah, mess everything up for everybody.
Chaos, man.
Actually, what would it be if Penn State got in there and then if they had to play Alabama, or Georgia, and they ain't have to deal with no Ohio State? That'd be interesting, to see them playing those other teams.
I will pick them to beat Alabama because I think their quarterback's a little better.
Uh-huh.
But against Georgia, I give them no shot because of the quarterback.
Okay. I haven't seen Georgia the whole year. Just haven't. I had them, but I didn't even look at the. I had the Missouri and the 16, but not just had the wager in, but I wasn't looking at the game. I saw like highlights, but no, I haven't even watched them the whole year. I was watching your boys, JSU.
Oh, I was pissed
South
off,
Carolina, and the goddamn guy throws a pick, man. They had that team beat. They were gonna go in there and beat. They should have beat South Carolina. Yeah. Man.
You know what? I'm blushing up here right now. I'm very proud of those boys. They won me a lot this year. Shout out to Rich Rod and the Jacksonville State Peacocks.
They almost pulled it off, man. And he was marching down the field, had the ball, 2 minutes left, 3-point game. All he needed to do, they was like on the 20-yard line. And the guy makes a miraculous one-hand catch for like 20 yards. It was like a 3rd and 13. And the guy made a one-handed catch. And I'm like, man, what is up with JSU? And the guy didn't see that damn linebacker. And he lofted it out there a little bit too late, and the guy picked it off. And then he ran it all the way back. So
I was celebrating. It was like the year 2099, South Carolina. But they covered. I was heartbroken they lost the way they did, but they covered and they gave me another win. That is 7 wins this year for me against the spread with Jacksonville State, folks. And you want to know the story? I was watching the golf tournament, and Jim Nance said out loud that they have a very good college football program, and Jacksonville State's in Alabama. So I said, okay, let me see this team. And then Canes told me, Mace, they're not bad. Mace, you should take a look at them. And they won me a lot of coin this year. So I'm very proud of Rich Rod and the boys, and I will definitely play with them next season. I think this is their last game this week. And congratulations on that program. 7-3. Who would have thunk it with them?
Yeah, they won a lot of their games straight up too. But let's go with a unique one, right? Off the beaten path. We're gonna go with Appalachian State over Georgia State. In the gambling halls, they're saying that Georgia State, I think Georgia State is +3, -3. And App State they're just saying the way it's the stars are lining up.
Yeah,
App State should beat them.
I saw that game too. The App State game. Saw it up here.
They're saying the way that everything Georgia State, App should be able to get them. And if you're trying to make money at the stuff, you need some of this stuff where it might be a little bit off the beaten path. It's not Penn State, Michigan, but App State. As long as it wins the money, man, that's all that matters. And if you want a winner, check out Appalachian State over Georgia State.
And guys in the chat, people in the clouds, if you want a game that you are curious to put your money on, just ask. Put it in the chat. Plat will be glad to answer it for you. All right, I got it right here. Yeah, 2.5 Georgia State over App State. Who you got in this one?
What's the record of App State?
Let me go check it for you. All right, let's see. Let me tell you what the record is right now. Because they separate their athletics from their like military program. Which I'm surprised they do. I mean, I don't know why you separate it. Oh, here's the football team. See what they're doing this year. Damn, they don't tell you anything.
Here it is, right here. I found it, man. But they're 5-4, and Georgia Southern is 5. Is that 5? Oh no, it looks like Georgia Southern is 6-3. Georgia Southern 6-3. App State 5-4. There's a lot of numbers, handicapping numbers, history of this matchup that says that basically App should be favored and App should be able to pull it off. So I'll hop onto that. I'll take that.
Okay. So Plat's taking you taking App State, right? Plus the 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Take App State. Put that down as our number 2 pick. So we put out one, and then we're gonna go with we put out our number 2, App State. We put out 2 1s of Miami, Florida, plus the points. Texas. I think this is a 7-point game, or well, I don't know what the Texas Tech game is, but we think Texas is going.
Texas Tech 3.5. I'm taking Kansas. We're going up against each other in this one.
Yeah, we're gonna take Texas Tech. Give me the 3. So we'll take the 3, and those are both 1s.
Yeah, I got it all there, and I got App State as a 2.
And give me Penn State.
I got that one.
That's an opinion. That's the opinion.
Okay.
Also, just in my opinion, I wouldn't go against that Missouri. That might be a good pick for you. Also, Alabama over Kentucky. I think that I think it's 10 points, and it's
10.5.
It's at Kentucky. You don't want to overdo this stuff, and sometimes you want to watch out, but I don't know, man. It depends on what your wagering is and what you're looking at on the board. I'd take the Alabama to cover the line against Kentucky.
All right, I got it down. What stars? Opinion or 2?
No, that's an opinion. That's just an opinion.
Okay. So App State and Bama both opinions for you.
No, App is 2.
Okay. I got you.
Alabama and Penn State are opinions.
Okay. You got it, bro.
Miami game is a 1.
Them and Texas Tech are both ones.
Yeah, there you go. And then our App is 2. So, and the only one you should be betting, let me say this. The only game you should be betting when I put games out, you should only be betting twos. You have to go through this stuff and you have to find your best bet. You can't just this is the problem. When you bet all the bets, you'll win some and you'll lose some. So when it's all said and done, you don't really win anything. Now you don't lose everything, but the whole point is to make money. So when you win and you make money, you sort of really don't want to bet because you get a whole fresh line of games the next week. And then now you got college basketball, you got all this stuff. And I'll tell you right now, I don't even keep up with women's basketball. In fact, I'm looking at this. No, I'm looking at this sports thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at this one thing. Let me go to ESPN. I saw men's bet. No. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is easy wins. So I'm looking. I'm finna go. I just went to ESPN, and I'm finna go right here to. Come on, man! God damn!
What happened, Plat?
No, I went to ESPN. They talking about a price change for the
Yeah, it's up to $9.99 now.
Yeah, get out. I'm starting. I can't take some of this. I'm trying to go to the women's basketball, right?
Oh, did white America have a field day on Tuesday when LSU got destroyed by Colorado?
I'm saying I'm looking on ESPN, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see NCAA women's. Okay, I found it. Okay, now let me look at my my full scoreboard, right?
Yeah.
No, I got a plan right here. Thursday, November 9th, UT. Now these are women's. I don't keep up with women's basketball, but I'm looking for LSU. Okay, here it is right here. Today. They're playing Queens University. Never heard of them. Sounds like that's still wait a minute. LSU still number one.
Yeah, even though they lost. Yeah.
How is that?
It's early in the year. Plat, I'm gonna be real here.
Wait a minute.
Nobody
hold up. LSU is still number one, even though they lost. How do you do that one?
Jim said he bet the UConn women minus 30 in their home opener. What the hell is wrong with you niggas, bro?
No, it's much. Look, I don't see where I'm at. I don't have a line now, so now I gotta go over here. No, I'm serious, bro.
I know you are.
Angela Reese is out of shape, brother. And I watched the coach. That coach cited two. The head coach for LSU.
Yeah.
That woman cited two players. She said her true freshman and a sophomore gave her everything. She said these two players right here gave me everything. And she said that's the problem is it should be everybody up here giving us that type of effort. They got problems, brother. And what I'm saying is I don't listen to the talking heads, but stuff like that, you can hop on this, man, and make you some money. So hold up,
hold up. Here, Colorado.
No, here it is. No, here it is. Now I had to find the book. And what I'm saying is I don't even have a line. I'm on ESPN. I see the line. Obviously, this Queens University is some cupcake school that they should beat by 70 points, right? So, but I'm taking a look at it. And they're not even. I'm looking at my book. They're not giving me. Okay, hold up. You got to give me women's. Let me see. I'm looking at basketball. I see NCAA. Okay, let me see. Are you gonna give me men's or
Women should have a W next to it.
They're just not having it. I'm looking. So it says NCAA extra. Let me see this.
Let me go over here.
This is this is ridiculous. How? No, it's not giving me women's basketball. So I can't even wager on women's basketball. I don't even get it. So my thing is this: I don't keep up with it, but Angela Reese is out of shape. There's problems going on with their team. They're overranked of number one, still number one in the nation. That's absurd. And if you could find now I'm looking at the book, they're giving me women's boxing. But they don't give me women's basketball. Yeah, they don't give me that option. So what I'm saying is they play Queen's University and tonight, and it's an hour plays Virginia Tech. I can't find out. Okay, hold on. I cannot believe I can't get a line on women's basketball. I can't believe that. But
right here, I'm looking for it for you.
I was number 3. I can't get a line on women's basketball. What the hell? No, I'm serious.
No, I know you're serious. I'm laughing because let me see something. Maybe I got something for you here.
I'm looking for where I'm looking. Okay, it says DraftKings.
They will probably have it.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these books, and what the fuck? Can I just get a line on women's basketball? Bet US, FanDuel. That's ridiculous, bro. So that would drive you away from it. But let me just see what the line is. There are currently no betting odds for this. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. So you ain't got a line on the Iowa Virginia Tech game?
You talking women or men?
Yeah, I'm talking women's. Not
no, it's not here, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying women's. They're not. They play. Why don't you give me a line? They're not giving me a line on the game. That's crazy, man. So I don't know. That guy said he got him for 30 points. I don't know how. I mean, 30.
No, that's not the woman. He corrected. He said those were the men. The men, he said. Jim said those are the men. He took the 30, minus 30.
Yeah, so they're not.
I don't see the women nowhere.
Men's. Okay, I just hit the women's side, and it says it took me to the men's side. Okay, let me see if it's gonna give me the women's side. Men's. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, my only thing is this: I don't keep up with it, but just like the Baggert quarterback situation,
yeah,
if you can see something develop in the fact that the team is not ready, it might be 4 or 5 games before they figure things out, which gives you as a handicapper an opportunity to step in and make some money. Because I'm certainly going against them because they're not playing well. And they're playing some cupcake Queen's University, but I can't get a line. I can't get a.
By the way, Queen's University is in Canada. By
the way. Okay. You think they're gonna win?
Gabby Reese and them. Yeah. See, a team like LSU, the best schools, they don't have to worry about a thing to about, I'm going to say, Valentine's Day for the college teams, men and women, because everything is Selection Sunday. And like I just said to you, that's the first time America's going to, unless you went to the school, America's all going to be in that night on Selection Sunday where they're going to bet their money. Guys, men love doing this. Right now, it's early November. March is 4 months away. Guys are already getting their hotel suites and rooms over to Vegas right now. That's all they care about is that first weekend of college basketball tournament. That game starts at 12 noon Eastern time. That casino is packed at 9 in the morning, those casinos in Vegas.
I got you, man. I'm looking at this. I finally found a page from last year.
Jim's found it. He said it's minus 56.5. Here you go.
56.
Yeah, I just popped it up for you to see it. Yeah, he found it.
Hold on. The line is LSU minus 56.5.
He said, "Oh no!"
Wow. Yeah, because they sound like a cupcake. They're gonna blow that team out. Queens University.
And that coach was pissed after that game Tuesday night. She was livid.
I'll take the bet though. I mean, but I can't find a book.
Jim, where did you find that at? Put it in the chat where you found that at, the 56.5 for Angela Reese.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta call my book and find out.
DraftKings. He says
it's on DraftKings.
Yeah.
What's the odds? Is it 110?
What's the odds on it? He got 56.5.
Okay, but I'm saying, what is it? 110 to win 100?
Yeah, what is it? 110 to win 100 for that game, Jims? Give us that. Let us know what that is. But he said he found it in DraftKings. I gotta give it to DraftKings, man. A bunch of Wall Street rejects came up with an idea, and they have hit. All those guys are billionaires
now. Yeah.
And the other one is what's that damn? It's a network. Damn, I forgot the name. It was up in Boston. 110 minus 110. Jim said minus 110.
Well, there you go. I don't have a DraftKings account, so
hey guy, I'm gonna go out and get Jim something, man. He has been so good up here, man. He does the NBA games with me. He's been here every week for the handicapping, bro. Yo, Jims, you the dog, bro. You the nigga, bro. Real talk. That's for you, bro. This man took his time out, Plat, to find the LSU women.
Man, I don't know how he did it.
23. Jim's just said 73-23. LSU still doesn't cover.
They might lose.
Damn. Oh shit! Let me say this to everybody. Classic Barrister said this, and he put in the chat a couple of weeks ago, and he's right. I don't have more fun up here than doing this platform with Plat. Seriously, I enjoy it. I give Plat the floor. He knows it 10 times better than me, and you guys have been absolutely terrific in here today, man. Shout out to all of you. Hit that goddamn like button, people in the clouds. Seriously, I enjoy doing this, man. I mean, Plat, you do.
Well, I'm telling you, man. Well, I know I might know more about. I've just been doing it a long time. That's the whole thing about why we did it is. But as far as I cannot believe that I'm serious. I've never bet women's basketball. I cannot believe I can't find a fucking line. No, I'm looking. I'm on DraftKings now.
Yeah.
I see college basketball men. I don't see college basketball women. So I'm saying it's like it's not. You got to find it.
Got to dig deep.
Yeah. Why do?
Plat,
It says rugby. I can find rugby.
It's easy, Plat.
Aussie rules rugby in America, right? But I can't find the LSU game.
Because, Plat, we live in a chauvinistic society, bro. No real man is gonna watch women's college basketball.
If it's an easy win, bullshit. Angela Reese is fat as fuck, bro. They're not gonna win for about at least a month.
Now, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna sidetrack for a second. Why do brothers are so infatuated with athletic Angela Reese and not a Fick? You did the Fick one on your platform, the Fick sisters the other night. Why they prefer Angela Reese over the Fick ones?
Angela Reese is thick, bro.
I don't look at her.
Angela Reese is like
6'3".
Angela Reese is a humongous woman, brother. Humongous.
So
that woman's 6'3" in heels. She's 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
That woman is not skinny.
Okay.
That woman's easily about 2. She's at least 170, 180.
Okay.
For a woman, that's big, man.
Yeah, she's huge. Yeah, I can see that.
I'd say she's still young.
Yeah, she's only 20 years old.
She's on TikTok, man. She reaches out to those guys. That's
damn right she does. Right she does.
Mace.
Yes. She's gorgeous, by the way.
Mace. Yeah, her friend Mace. LSU is Shaq's old school. Yeah. So he goes there. The other NBA players see him there. They see the LSU. And the LSU are not just Angela Reese. And they won the national championship. So them, all those NBA guys just stopped by. When I saw them doing a live stream, Young Boy hopped on that live stream. They was telling him, come by. He's like, he said something about he got to do a show or something about an ankle bracelet. But he's like, next time he's in Louisiana, he'll come by. So she does, the team does a lot of that. Plus, so the NBA guys, when they go to New Orleans, and it's also LSU campus. So it's a lot of slow on LSU campus. So they go by and hang out with her, and she puts them on their TikTok.
She was at the Bengals game. Who they play? The Seahawks that week? She was at the Bengals game a couple of weeks ago. She was hanging out with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. She was at the practice. Yeah, LSU. They was throwing at the football. All the brothers on the team ran up to her, wanted to take a selfie with her.
Yeah, so I mean, look, all of that's fine, but when you talk about playing, she's not, in my opinion, she's not that good.
No, she's still on the as they call it, the chicken circuit, going to banquets, going to rap concerts, going on stage.
No, okay, we can disagree. As a basketball player, she's not that good. Now, as far as LSU and Joe Burrow and meeting the Cincinnati Bengals and Shaquille O'Neal networking and knowing people in the business, all that's great. She's great at that. But as far as basketball player, she's too big, she's fat, she's slow. Now, this little team they played, this Queens, that team's 56 plus 56, minus 56, and I can't find them anywhere. I just got off DraftKings. I don't have an account. I don't know if you go inside and it says women's basketball, but Um, all of that stuff's fine, but she is especially overhyped. She is not.
Yeah, I definitely believe she is definitely overhyped.
And the white girl out of Iowa is a better player.
And she's laying low, and she got herself a a brand new guy. They showed her pictures with her new boyfriend on a boat, just chilling this summer.
Well, and they won. They're 1-0, and they're
Now you
number
know
3.
damn well.
And
You know damn well.
they
You know
play
that.
Virginia Tech,
That's a good
and they
school.
should beat them. So they're going to start winning games. LSU's the one losing games. LSU lost 3 players. The players that they lost got no credit. That's why they won the goddamn game.
Why do you think that happened, Plat? The real reason why Angela Reese blew up because she went to in front of America's sweetheart, Caitlin Clark, a white girl, in her face and did the John Cena, "You can't see me." And the reason why that happened behind the story, what's up, Akuma? The story was Caitlin Clark. Every time Iowa would blow out teams, she would go to the visiting players and do the John Cena. So when they were about to lose the championship, Angela Reese went up to her and did the sign in white America, got all pissed off about, bro, what's that bitch's name? Jill Biden had no right inviting that white Iowa team to ruin LSU's women's team's moment. And if I was Angela Reese, I would have told my coach, F you. I'm not going. She ended up going anyway. After me, that was a spit in LSU's women's face. They were supposed to be there by themselves.
Okay, Mace. Angela did do all of that. And Angela did say she wasn't going. And then they only invited LSU and they left them alone. Okay. But on the court, Angela's not that good. That's my point.
Let me ask you this, because I don't follow. Is Angela Reese just a rebounder and a block and a shot blocker?
Pretty much.
You know what? Then that answers your question, Plat. Because she's gorgeous to a lot of brothers. That's why she's
not really. That she's too big.
Brothers love being around her, though, bro. Trust me, brothers.
Not really. She's too big. They're not brothers dating women. They're not fucking dating 6'3" women.
I mean, brothers don't care. They look at her.
They do care. No. She's too big. You know damn well that woman is too big.
Hey, I'm not into Angela Reese anyway, but like I told you before, I understand why these young brothers worship the ground she walks on. And remember, a lot of these athletes are tall, so they're
okay. She's an LSU brother.
Everybody for LSU this weekend against Queens University.
Do you want to go to LSU and look at the
football team, or do you want to look at the women?
Do you want to go to LSU and look at the women who attend the university and then compare the females of LSU to Angela Reese? They're way better looking than Angela Reese, and they're also not as fucking tall.
They're regular sized women. Yeah, I would. Yeah. Well, I mean by regular, so I'm talking height. Their features are totally different.
Look, brother.
Yeah.
Angela is okay. Well, first of all, LSU is probably 18th. I don't know how they do women's basketball. I don't know. You know, I just don't keep up with it like that. But they ain't no number one team in the nation. And the 3 women who went to the WNBA, they had good games during that tournament. Angela Reese, her participation in the game was, other than her making a, like you said, the little "you can't see me" symbol and bitching at Jill Biden, Angela Reese hasn't done anything. So this team, they'll destroy this team, but that don't mean Angela Reese is a good player. This team is just trash. This is like LSU playing a middle school team. 53 points. I've never even heard of that before. Minus 53 points. So you know, yeah, you've never heard of that. I would still take Queens if I could. If I could lay that bet, I'd give me the 53 points. I put $50 on it, and I probably would win. I think they stay with it. I don't think they're gonna beat them by 53.
I would agree with that. That's insane, bro. LSU women 56.5 point favorite Saturday night. That's crazy.
Now I see. Hold on.
Unheard of. That is unheard of.
Now I'm looking at this right here. Iowa, Virginia Tech. They got a line on them. They got Iowa minus the 3.5. I'm looking at it right here. It's on ESPN. They got a line. No, I'm looking at it says women's college basketball, Tennessee, Florida State, line, Tennessee minus 3.5. Oklahoma, Ole Miss, women's ball, line, Mississippi, minus 7.5. Queens University, LSU, they don't have the line. So they don't have it on ESPN's thing. But Iowa, Virginia Tech, Iowa minus 3.5. Man, I take that bet. I take that. Man,
they said something last night. I can't believe.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're saying now in America, the women's college basketball is better than the men.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's more interest because of the stuff going on and the two players. But now men's basketball.
And I said it up here. The best, let's just say, under 18 NBA prospects, they don't go to college no more. They go to the G League. And you don't see these kids. Now the NBA is either Europe or the G League. And let's be honest, I don't have the time for it. Most of us don't have the time to watch the G League every night. No.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't, and I've never watched G League basketball ever.
Exactly. But that's where your next NBA stars are at.
Oh, okay.
They're not in college no more. College is only developing the specialists, the best 3-point shooters, the best rebounders. Those guys are in college. The gifted, athletic, skilled player, he's in the G League or he's in Europe. Next year in the NBA draft, the first 2 picks, one of the kids, I think is from Yugoslavia. This kid is 7'1" and can dribble like a point guard. Are you effing serious?
I got you. I'm not a big NBA fan, though. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. With the women's league, with the game, LSU, Iowa, and the way LSU beat them, it was a more entertaining game than a lot of the conference games. But the way they're still not really showing these teams, I got to go look at ESPN and see if they're going to put women's basketball on, like they're going to have this Iowa game on. By them not really showing them, they're not going to gain fans.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, but the LSU game, I mean, no, serious. The Iowa Virginia Tech game, because I think Iowa's a good team. I would put money on that 3.5. I think Iowa's gonna blow them out. I don't know why they wouldn't. And then that girl can shoot. That's like the Larry Bird. That girl can make a shot. And it's not the only
one. I never seen her play because I don't follow the women's game. But America is in love with Caitlin Clark. In Black America, the brothers are in love with Angie Reese.
Well, John Morant's sister is playing for like some Division II or some unknown, like Tulsa. She's playing for something college. They announced it. She was not picked up because I was like, Tennessee didn't want her, Florida didn't want her. All of these normal women's basketball, these big schools, none of them wanted her. So there's obviously something going on that we don't know about as far as what, I don't know, bad attitude or something. But that woman can dribble like a man. And playing with Ja Morant, she literally can. She got the ability to dribble basketball like a man. So you're talking about the Caitlin, you're talking about Angela Reese. I don't agree with Angela Reese. I think Angela Reese is fat and she's overrated. Now, this Ja Morant chick, if you want to talk about Black America falling in love with someone, they should fall in love with her because she's actually got skills. She can actually play. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know why the big schools don't want her. I don't know. You'd have to talk to them. They do the research. They know what her history is. They talk to her coaches. They know her background, which makes you wonder why didn't she go to LSU? Why didn't she go to a University of Tennessee? But there are other players. That's another thing. That's another thing that to me that's crazy about Angela Reese. She's actually not even the best player in women's sports. There are women way better than her on those other teams. They're not ranked number one.
All you have to do is look at South Carolina. Their whole team is top lottery picks in the WNBA next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Angela Reese, she's not going to be able. She's an average player. I don't get it. No, I see it on my timeline on Twitter. I see her with Ja Morant
all the time.
Yeah, I see about all those NBA players, doing her little TikTok stuff. And she goes to all the parties and stuff. I don't get it. And you say brothers want her. I disagree. They don't marry women like that.
You don't have to marry her. You just, do what you got to do. These are tall men, by the way, we're talking about, not the.
Well, she's a grown woman. I guess she's a grown woman. They didn't do it. You're right. She's grown. But I just don't think on that we just have to disagree. I don't see that she's. They just had her on my Twitter. She's in a dress. You can go to her Instagram. She's in a dress with the heels. I don't see nothing special about Angela Reese. And I just see an opportunity to make money. Because if they want to hype her, I would take them 53 points, bro. Now, I don't want to take Queen's University out of fucking Canada, but I'll take a Virginia Tech. No, I'm serious. I'll take a Virginia Tech. If they're playing Kentucky, I'll take that. Because I really think that if LSU is over, they're not that good anymore. They're not close to being the number one team in the nation. And that Colorado team went in there and showed you. They won by like 25 points. And so much for them, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so as far as the men's basketball in college, for me, I look for the what I always do. Okay, first let me come over here. Men's college basketball, right here, NCAA men's. If it gives it to me. I'm trying to find it. I just put it up. This is ridiculous, bro. Oh, right here. Okay. Full scoreboard. Okay. Men's college basketball. You got Michigan State, number 4. You only got 4 games that I see. It says top 25. So I was looking for Memphis, Tulane, Yeah, no, I don't. What I have done,
Yeah,
okay, so no. Let me come over here. I got the men's. Let me get the rankings, AP college poll for men's basketball. This is what I've done. I've done this, and I've done this for years. Okay, Kansas, number one team in the nation is Kansas. Then Duke, and then you got Michigan State, and I'm not going to touch the Michigan State. But what I've done is I will hop out there and I'll take Kansas. I'll look and see Kansas, number one team in the nation, and I'll look around and I see they just played somebody NC Central and
yeah,
they won by almost 40 points, right? They almost won. They
yeah,
won by 40 points. They play Manhattan
yeah,
on 11/10. When is that? That's tomorrow.
yeah,
They play Manhattan. Then they
yeah,
play Kentucky. They play Kentucky. That's on the 14th. What is that, Saturday?
yeah. No, 14th is on next Tuesday.
Okay, so they play Kentucky on Tuesday. Now,
Yeah,
on the Kentucky game, I probably wouldn't, but man, no, I will hop out there. I missed the Central. I'll hop out there. I'll take it. I'm serious. I take when they're ranked number one, number two, and they're giving up 21, 31, I take them. And I win. And I'm saying you just slide out, you just throw your little something out there and they cover. They just did it. NC Central, they just won by almost 40 points. And I know the line on this game was probably 35, 37. This Manhattan team, I never even heard of them, but it'll probably be a ridiculous line. Then they got Chaminade and East Illinois. And then this Kentucky, if they don't win, if they win, they'll stay number one. But I only will mess with the number one, number two team. I don't even waste my time. Other than a Memphis or something like that, Penny Hardaway. If you got like a Arkansas, like something. Other than that, I don't even mess with the other teams. I just hang around and look at my rankings with college basketball. And I was going to do the same thing with women's basketball, but you can't even bet that out. You can't even get a line on them because they're just overrated. So, and that's pretty much how when you look at the line maker, that's all he's doing. He's going by public opinion. He's looking at the team, and he's just like this Queen's University. Hell, man, they might lose to him. We're assuming they're gonna beat them.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but then do we do our pros?
Not yet. But Plat, like I said, I enjoy doing this, and like I tell everybody, I give you the floor. I'm listening to you. I got Kool-Aid smile on my face right now. The guys in the chat room are riding and dying with you, so this shit clicks. Okay, it does. Go ahead, family. Who you got in the NFL? I got the NFL page right up in front of me.
Well, they won't. They won't. And I just said I like the Bengals, right?
Okay,
But they made the Texans, Mace.
That's a big game, especially that Higgins haven't practiced this week. Neither have Chase. Chase hurt his back pretty bad late in the game against Buffalo Sunday night. Neither of them practiced. So, C.J. Stroud, I mean, he is the best rookie quarterback I have seen in a long, long time. Play, and like I told Laurel on Sunday night he pulled up. I apologized to him. Man, Stroud had 48 seconds, Plat, to go down.
I saw that.
Unbelievable, bro.
I saw that touchdown. He threw that touchdown.
Laurel was, and I heard Laurel make a fool out of himself last night on your platform.
Yeah.
Laurel is so humbled that he has a quarterback. He doesn't know what to do. Seriously, he doesn't know what to do. And I told him Sunday night, I'm so happy for him. Goddamn. He hit on the second and third picks of the draft, Plat. Okay? Look at Carolina, that franchise is burning in front of our eyes because, and I said this story to everybody last week. Uh, the coaching staff and the scouts threw the owner under the bus. He said they all said, "Hey," to the media in Carolina, we wanted C.J. Stroud. The owner wanted Bryce Young. And trust me, that Carolina coaching staff, the more losses add up, you don't got a 1 and a 2 in next year's draft, they're all going to get fired.
Yeah.
Because they threw the owner under the bus. And I'm going to be honest with you, Plat, that's the problem with that team. You're going to take James Madison right now, plus 130 against Kent State, okay? See, Jims is with us, man. UC Davis is on in 30 minutes.
You'll take James Madison.
Yeah, plus 130.
Over Penn State?
Kent State. Oh. Kent State.
They don't play when they play the week.
They play tonight, right now. 1:30. James Madison plus 130 against Kent State. He says in a half an hour.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
I think it's basketball. It's basketball.
Okay.
Because Michigan State is much better with Izzo basketball team. The football team is a disaster. Yo, Mace, is Tua a top 5 QB? Absolutely not. Now, leave me alone about the Dolphins. I told you, next time we're talking Dolphin football is Christmas week when they play Dallas. They don't play nobody until they play Dallas, even though, and I said this, Plat didn't hear what happened. I'm going to tell Plat the story in a minute. Watch the Raiders this week. Because if they win, them going to Miami, that's going to be a game, folks, next Sunday. Now, Plat, I know you didn't hear this story. Josh McDaniels, the real reason why he got fired was, and this story came out, after the game against Detroit 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, they were in the locker room. The players were bitching. They were saying it out loud how much they can't stand the coach. So Antonio Pierce said out loud, this Patriot way is bullshit. I should know. I beat this team twice in the Super Bowl. Both Giants beat the Patriots. And the Giant way is the right way. So then Josh McDaniels, okay, this punk-ass white guy, tries to play Antonio Pierce and say, keep the Patriots out of your mouth. Antonio Pierce went in his face, showed him his Super Bowl rings in front of the owner, Mark Davis, and said, say it in my face again what to do. And you see how quick I will beat your ass in front of all these players. And the owner said, you know what? I'm going his way. You're fired. You fired Josh McDaniels in front of the whole team. True story. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, Todd Irving, that everybody knows now that the Dolphins' offense is a fraud. That they beat up on the bad teams. They can't beat the big boys. Everybody knows that now. Todd Irving, I said, get out of the clouds and come back to reality. Your quarterback is he ain't nothing special. I've been saying that all along.
Well, you know what? I'm happy for the brother or whatever.
Antonio Pierce, yeah. You ready with these pro picks?
He's dreaming if he thinks he's going to really win with that quarterback. He's got the backup, right?
Plat, I said this before the season started because I was so down on the top 4 quarterbacks. I said in here, the 2 best rookie quarterbacks I saw is the kid from Penn State. He's in Green Bay. And the Raiders kid. Telling you right now. The Raiders, the Raiders to a man. They really believe if they beat the Jets Sunday night, I'm not even watching that game. I'm going to be sleeping. If they win Sunday night, they can make a run, and they play Kansas City at the end of the year.
Where's that quarterback? Okay. Well, I wish the brother the best of luck, but I don't think he's going to do anything. He's going to win a couple of games, and eventually that quarterback is going to be exposed for what he is. It's a reason. It's a lot of reasons. I don't know when he was drafted, but
third round last year's draft. Third or fourth round by the Raiders.
Out of Purdue.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's probably better than Jim, but he's on shaky ground trying to win.
This is the way the Raiders are looking at it. Let's say they do win 5 of their last 9 games, which is possible. They can win 5 of their last 9. The last thing they're going to worry about next spring is drafting a quarterback. They will find their quarterback for a bag of peanuts. Third, fourth round players don't get paid. Mace. They will find a quarterback moving forward for a bag of peanuts.
And if they do that, Mace, they will never win. Mace, you can't use guys. Mace,
I'm right here.
You look at the Texans, right?
Yes.
Right now, okay. Out of you shuffle, you look at all the quarterbacks. Look at him. He's a potential superstar. The other guy, maybe he washes out in N.F.L. But maybe he doesn't. Fields another. All them guys, nothing happens. It's a reason when guys go late round and they play for average teams, they really don't do anything when they play in college football. They're not going to become superstar or winning quarterbacks in the NFL. This guy, and I'll see him, and I think the Raiders, they'll win a couple of games, but eventually the fact that guy's a rookie quarterback is going to catch up with him. It's just he's just not able to do things that when you look at Stroud, look how he drove that team down, and look how he threw that touchdown. Hit that dude right in his chest. Bam. Guys who are winners show up. Guys who are not, you're not going to see them. You have to be a winner. That's the thing you can put on Dak Prescott. Good quarterback, good, decent quarterback, but when it comes time, playoffs, big game, he's a no-show. He's not a winner. He just doesn't show up. So, for me, I don't have a lot of faith in these guys, these average guys. Because overall, they let you down in the long run. They'll win. They'll win a couple of games, but when it comes time, you need them to make big plays and do things, remarkable things, they just don't show up.
Well, we're going to find out with this kid because, like I said, Jets defense this Sunday night, at Miami next Sunday, and then I believe they play the Vikings after, and the Vikings are flying. They are flying. They've now won 4 in a row, and now for a 7th round pick, they may have found their quarterback, who is having a good year in Arizona, by the way, folks. Now maybe they've found, and better talent. Justin Jefferson is going to come back next week. He's going to have real talent with Minnesota.
That's the best team, the most talented team he's ever had.
I would agree, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, for me, I'm taking Houston Texans.
Yeah.
To stay within the number. To stay within the number of Cincinnati. They're not going to win, but hopefully they'll win. But I think they'll keep it close enough.
So you're going to take Houston?
Yeah. I think I'm getting about, 8 points?
I'll let you know right now. I don't think it's that big of a spread. 6.5.
Okay. I'll take my 6.5 and give me Houston.
You got it.
Give me Dallas.
Minus 17.
Minus 21.5. I don't care what it inflates to. I'll take Dallas. Whatever the number is, but I'll take Dallas to cover the spread.
You got it. What star is this?
Huh?
What star is that? A 1 star? 2 star?
Give me this Green Bay over Pittsburgh. Green Bay over Pittsburgh.
Okay, +3. You got it.
Okay, let me get now. The Cincinnati game, make that an opinion.
Okay.
The Dallas game, that's a 1-star.
Okay, you got it.
The Green Bay game, that's a 1-star.
Okay.
And the 2-star game would be San Francisco over Jacksonville. That's a 2-star. And if you listen to this stuff we put out, I'm serious. You shouldn't even be putting money on anything but 2 stars. I mean, if you want to play on your own and stuff, and you do it. But if you just want to hear our opinions or whatever, but the game, I'm telling you that if you got some money, just focus on the 2-star.
Cowboys is opinion, and you're gonna put it as a 1-star.
I put it as a 1-star.
And bit about the Texans.
The Texans is an opinion.
Okay. Packers is a 1-star. San Francisco is a 2-star.
Yes, a 2-star. Yeah.
You got it.
Give me Frisco over Green Bay.
No, Frisco is playing Jacksonville. Green Bay.
Jacksonville. My fault. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I got you.
Give me Frisco over Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And when you look at this stuff, and you're looking at the games, and all that stuff's on purpose. Everything that a book does is they want to confuse you. Everything's bright lights, a lot of music, and then you look at your sheet. If you ever been to a sports book, they got this big old wall thing, and it's got all these different numbers on it.
Looks like the stock market.
Yeah, all these different teams. And they hide games. I remember one time we was at the sports book, and it was Team USA was playing. Team USA was playing somebody, and it was no, it was Duke. Duke was playing Duke basketball. They were playing a team, and Duke was minus 36 and a half. And we was at the book, and I was telling them dudes, and I said, where's that Duke game at? And they were looking around saying, oh, we got it. And then they came back and they gave me the line, right? I said, I'll take it. And then there were some people around me, right? They said, where'd you see that? I said, yeah. I knew they were playing. I knew they were playing, and when I got here, I was expecting to find it. He said, I can't find it. And they started looking around. I was like, yeah, where's that Duke? He said, Duke playing? People was like, Duke's playing today? I said, yeah, man. I said, man, just easy money, man. Duke. I said, they're going to blow this team. And I knew the team, it was a bad team, right?
Yeah.
But the book was hiding the game. They hide games from you.
Yes, they do. So they take it right off the board.
Yeah. So you can't. They'll put games in front that you want you to gamble on, and they'll take games that they don't. Like you talk about parlays. A guy got a parlay card. They don't want you to throw that Duke on there, because you be like, okay, that's one easy win. Okay, this is another easy win. But they hide the game.
Duke is playing the University of, I guess, the University of Arizona. I like Arizona. They're playing Arizona on Friday. Okay, in basketball tomorrow. That's a good game.
What's Duke? Top 10? Duke
is number 1 right now.
Okay. Duke is number 1 in
college basketball.
I'm looking at Kansas Jayhawks.
Okay. I saw a poll the other night that had Duke number 1. But you know what? Plat, honestly, in college basketball, the blue blood teams are going to be rotating anyway. So it ain't going to matter. You know that those teams will be playing on St. Patrick's Day, the beginning of the tournament in March.
I got you. Hold on. I want to see, because I go by my standings.
Jims, what's the point spread of Duke in Arizona tomorrow night? Folks, I'm not lying. It feels good to be up here, who I consider family, and all we're doing is talking football,
Hold on.
basketball, point spreads.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
in
Mace,
feeling
Mace.
good. Yeah, go ahead.
It
Because
says
I go for a lot of shit up here, Plat. You
it
don't know.
says AP top 25,
Yeah, go ahead.
Kansas 46, Duke 11. This is on ESPN's.
Okay, okay, okay.
No. Then it says coaches poll. Kansas 23. I mean Kansas number 1, 23. Purdue 5. Duke number 3 with 3,
Okay.
and then Michigan State.
Like I said, they're all interchangeable. The one thing you're gonna know is they're all playing in mid March, Thursday or Friday night to start their games. You know they're gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Number 12 versus number 2. So Duke is favored by -5, -110. Okay. Duke is number 2, Arizona is number 12. Okay. That's tomorrow night, folks. I cannot take. Look, do I love my team in college basketball? And if you're not in the room, you don't know who I love in college basketball. It's been a long time since my team won a championship. It's been a long time since my team has been relevant. And they play in the city where me and Plat are making these bets from. That's right. I'm a diehard 47-year University of Nevada, Las Vegas fan. Okay? I'm a running Rebel fan for life. That was my childhood team. I saw Tarkanian because where I live here in New York, folks, we don't have a college football team. So they used to give us Notre Dame all the time, Alabama. I didn't care about no Eric Parsegan. But in '79, every Saturday night on my local affiliate channel, they will always show the Miami Hurricanes. So I became a Hurricanes fan. I don't like Notre Dame. I don't like Alabama. And in college basketball in the mid '70s, every Wednesday and Saturday night, 11:30 on the East Coast Eastern time at night, they will always show the Running Rebels from Las Vegas. So I watched them every Saturday night, and I fell in love with them.
Let's take a look at the
So,
AP.
well, we're doing college basketball. I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead, Plat.
Well, no, not college basketball, college football. AP
Okay,
top
we can go
top
there.
25.
We can go there.
Now now I'm on ESPN.com and I went into NCAAF and I hit rankings and I got college football playoff rankings, and then off to the sides it says AP top 25. They're not the same. So
No.
Yeah, so whatever. I mean, the AP top 25 is Georgia, Michigan, Ohio, Florida State, Washington, who shouldn't be there, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Penn State, Ole Miss. Ole Miss is playing Georgia.
Yep.
Yeah.
7:00 Saturday night.
Louisville tonight. Louisville plays tonight. Oregon State, Utah, Tennessee. Now, you said Mizzou. You taking Mizzou, and Mizzou is
against Tennessee.
16. Tennessee is 14. So, and Kansas, you were saying my Texas ain't even in this shit, right? And I'm saying they're gonna be Kansas 19. So, and I am telling you, man. I am telling you, Washington, they better do something. They do not want to get pushed into those playoffs. They're not ready for that. It's funny to me how they keep winning these games, right?
Yeah.
And in the USC game, they should have lost. And they should have lost that game. He overthrew a couple of wide open touchdowns, and then Washington was able to hold them. But when I think of a Washington versus a Florida State, and they probably got a chance with Florida State, but Michigan or Georgia or Ohio, Washington?
You know what it is about Washington? They're just infatuated with Penix. But if they had their druthers, and you can read between the lines when they're talking this playoff stuff, they are pushing for Bo Nix. And unfortunately, Bo Nix ain't going to get in if Washington goes undefeated, because Washington won that side of the they won the Pac-12 North basically by beating Oregon.
Okay.
I think what you're going to have, folks, is December 29th to the championship game. You are going to have phenomenal bowl games. Phenomenal bowl games. You're going to have phenomenal bowl games.
Mm-hmm. Mace, the problem with Washington and Oregon, and I'm not trying to take nothing from Oregon. I actually think Oregon, they lost to Washington. They had a chance to win. They lost. But you got to accept that who they play. When you look at Georgia, they play a SEC schedule. When you look at Michigan, look at where they play. Ohio State, look at who they play. Florida State,
you haven't played anybody until we'll see them Saturday afternoon. Because like I've been saying, Miami has just as much talent as they do. The difference is Miami quarterback sucks.
So is the starter back, or they still got the backup?
Who? Which school? Miami or Florida State?
Yeah, Miami.
Well, the starter is back. He's been back last 2 games. He sucks.
Oh, okay. You don't like. Okay. Washington. No, Washington don't play in the SEC, brother. That's basically what it is. I sit here and we did some stuff on Dion. I had to argue with a guy. He doesn't understand. Washington doesn't. You can't. When you play in the SEC, you play real competition every week. Just Alabama's going to go play Kentucky. They just got through with LSU. That team, that's a fist fight every week. Washington, Arizona State, fucking Colorado, they haven't played anybody. And the same thing would be with Oregon. You haven't played anybody. Utah, they haven't played anybody. The schedule, they have a weak schedule. So they shouldn't be there because they're not playing quality teams.
The reason why they're there, Plat, again, both of those teams, you can argue neither one, either Oregon or Washington, is that high. But the reason why they're there is the quarterbacks, Plat. The quarterbacks are marquee. Like a Georgia. Georgia, for example, I saw their quarterback for the first time on last Saturday. He's pretty good.
Who was the quarterback for Georgia? I don't even know who that is.
I forgot the kid's name, but he's pretty good. He's not elite. Like he's not a guy 2 years from now he's not going to be in the same class as Shedeur Sanders in the 25 draft. But he's okay. I mean, I saw him. He's okay. It's okay. I'm looking at this right now. Okay. Ohio State, Michigan's next week. Someone's going to lose. There's no more ties anymore. One of them are going to lose. Okay. And that will take out the team that loses. So Ohio State and Michigan, the loser of that is out. Let's say Florida State loses on Saturday to Miami. There's a good chance they're out. And who's going to take their place? I could tell you right now who's going to take their place. Texas is definitely going to get a spot. And if Alabama beats Georgia, they're going to get the other spot.
Oregon or Washington don't belong.
No, I think Texas is going to get the spot.
They don't belong in the AP top 25. They don't play anybody. Okay. They're not like a Georgia. They're not like an Alabama. They're not playing an SEC schedule. And if you don't play an SEC schedule, you don't have a right to be in the top 25 best college football teams in the nation.
Let me ask you this: do like Missouri? Do you give Ole Miss the same fighting chance at Athens Saturday night? We both was right on Missouri. A bit about Kiffin.
Oh no, Georgia's gonna blow them out.
Okay.
They have a special for Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
They have a special hatred for him. He's an asshole. So that's so state of Georgia, they know he's an asshole. They're gonna go out of their way to make sure they put points. The Missouri, Missouri covered. That was a football game, but this is special because Lane Kiffin's coming. They're gonna do everything they can to blow him out. And I don't even know if they was there at the same time, Kirby and him. They may have been. They may have been on the staff at the same time.
Yeah. Everywhere Saban went, Kirby Smart was with him. Everywhere. Michigan State, LSU, the Dolphins, Bama. He's been with Saban's guy. He's been Saban's guy.
So when Lane Kiffin was there for Alabama, he was there?
Kirby Smart, yeah, he was.
It's something about Lane Kiffin that none of those. Yeah. So I would take Georgia.
It's that, and also one more thing, and this is a fact. He is a big time womanizer, bro, and everybody knows that about Lane.
Okay.
Lane got.
Well, he's in the right place.
How?
And Ole Miss.
His first wife. You ever seen his only wife?
I haven't seen any of his wives or girlfriends.
No, he only got married once. God damn.
Well, I'm just saying, Ole Miss has some very beautiful, and he's in the right place.
Yeah. He's down the Magnolias and in the Delta. Yeah, he's down there. He's down in the Delta.
They say he's got a $40 million player filed a $40 million lawsuit against him. I'm just looking off to the side on this ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, somebody's filed a suit against him, some player. I don't know what he said. I wonder what it was about.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, bro. I got it right in front of me, and I'll tell you, if you're the Texas Longhorns, you just have to win 2 more games. You win 2 more games, beat Okie State.
Texas they didn't play a SEC schedule, Mace.
But they did win in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, they beat Alabama, but you got to play a SEC schedule to be in the top. You know what? I would hope college football playoffs.
Yeah.
If you don't play a SEC schedule, you can't come into the college football playoffs.
No, that's not fair.
That is fair. The best teams in the college football.
All right, so let me say this. So basically what you're saying is Georgia, whoever wins between Michigan and Ohio State, because they do play Penn State. Okay, they do play Wisconsin. And Texas plays good teams too in the Big 12. I mean,
look at Tennessee. Tennessee's lost 2 games. Both of them are SEC teams.
Of course, yeah.
Hold up, you're not going to see now. Hold up. Okay, you can say that about Alabama. Alabama's number 8.
No, Alabama. I think if Bama wins these next 2 games, they're going to be number 5, maybe number 4, depending on what happens Saturday afternoon. I'll keep telling people, Miami has just as much as good talent as Florida State. The difference is the quarterback. That's it. I mean, I watch Miami every week. I'm not biased. I'm fair. They are talented now for the first time probably in about 20 years. Problem is, the goddamn quarterback is weak-minded. It's a head case. And you're not going to win with head cases. You're not going to win big games. And the sick thing is their 3 losses were against teams not in the top 20. One was a coaching blunder and a very bad call. and the other two was inept play by the quarterback. You ain't gonna win that way. You're not.
Well,
Now for Miami, this is their Super Bowl. This is their national championship game. This is their hated rival. So they're going to come to play in Tallahassee. Plus, last year they lost 53-14. They're going to come play Saturday afternoon in Tallahassee. That's why I jumped on the
it's unfair for teams like Tennessee. Now, I will grant you, Alabama eliminated themselves when they lost to Texas. They shouldn't have lost to Texas. They shouldn't have. But by them losing to a non-SEC team, they shouldn't be let back in the fold. Okay, I grant you that. But Tennessee hasn't lost to anybody but SEC teams, brother. And it's not fair that they got to go in there and play SEC competition and Oregon and Washington don't.
But Plat, I'm pushing Oregon and Washington to the side. Alabama lost to Texas. It's not like they lost to Mississippi Valley State.
I just said they lost to Texas, so forget them. Eliminate them. Don't put them in the playoffs. But Tennessee, no. But Missouri, Tennessee, LSU, they've owned, not LSU, Tennessee, Missouri, they should be in the college playoffs because they've only lost to SEC teams. Oregon and Oregon, Texas, Washington don't play, and Florida State, they don't play a SEC state schedule. Neither does Ohio State or Michigan. I'll get them a pass.
You're talking about Texas like they're garbage. This is the University of Texas here. They have
they were garbage.
No. No. Hold on. You are eliminating Alabama because they lost to Texas because they're not in the SEC. But hold up. Let me ad-lib this. They're in the SEC next year, and every year in college football, beginning next year in the SEC, they will play week 2. Next year, the game's going to be in Austin. So technically, they did lose to an SEC team.
No, they didn't.
I'm going to say it again. If Florida State loses this week, I see Texas going up, and the loser of Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama will jump them. They'll jump them.
If Penn State wins, he's beating the number 2 team in the nation. He's going to go up. He's going to be at least 4 or 3. He's going to move up.
If Penn State wins Saturday, I'll say they'll go up to number 5. I'm dead serious because if they play in the Big Ten, and they lost to Ohio State in a tough game. Ohio State didn't blow them out 2 weeks ago, but they lost 20-6. So that's not that bad on the road in Columbus. So if they beat Michigan, they will jump. I agree with that. They win the game Saturday, they will jump.
Name a SEC team that Washington can beat.
Let's see. I think they can beat. I'm being honest here. I think they can beat Kiffin.
Ole Miss?
Yeah, I think they can beat them. They're not beating the Big 3, if that's what you're asking.
They're not going to beat. They can't beat Ole Miss.
Wow.
Okay. Ole Miss. I'm looking at Ole Miss right now, 8-1. They can't. Ole Miss lost to Alabama. They can't beat. No, they can't.
Because all these teams like Tennessee, Ole Miss, who they lose to? They lost to Bama.
And Washington would lose to Bama. So what I'm saying is they have. Agree with that. Okay, well, Washington's sitting up here 9-0, but they haven't played an SEC schedule.
No, Platinum, I'm not arguing with you. You want to take out the 2 Pac-10 teams, fine. That ain't going to bother me one way or another. All I'm saying is if Miami beats Florida State, Texas is going to move up. And if Michigan loses to Penn State, Alabama is going to move up. And that's going to be your 4 teams for now. It will be Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, and Texas.
I got you. Well, that's all I
Yeah.
got, man.
So
You
what's
got
your
you
pro?
got you got
Yeah, I
you,
got the pros. I
you
got
got a
you. I
game.
got
You got a game?
in the pros.
No, I'm
Uh
saying, do you have a game in the chat?
oh, you guys in the chat. Oh, you got a game this week? Jim said he liked what you call it. Let me go back. He said we did his game. He likes let me go back and look. Let's talk about Angie Reese. Let me go back a little further. He likes somebody this week. I think it was the Penn State game. Yeah, Penn State, Michigan. We talked about that one. He liked that
Okay.
game.
I
Guys,
got you,
thank
man.
you, family. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Have a good weekend, man. You know, I'll be in your chat room saying what's up to you. Everybody else, I will see you tomorrow night. And we're
Uh,
going to go through the big four NFL games this weekend 49ers, Jaguars, Browns, and Ravens, Cincinnati and Houston, the Lions in at LA against the Chargers. We'll do all of that tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. I love you, Jims. You better pull up tomorrow night, family. Who you have 10.5? Oh, Arizona versus Dion. I was going to throw that game out there. If I had to pick, take Dion minus the plus the 10.5. I said everybody take Dion last week. He was 13.5 point favorite and he covered. I mean 13.5 point underdog. And he came through. He only lost by 7. I will take Dion again if I'm you. Take the plus 10.5, Dion Sanders. Go ahead, do that. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Thank you for being here. Me and Jim's tomorrow night up here talking NFL and the NBA. We'll see you then, everybody. Peace, Jims. Be good, family. Peace, everybody. Good night from the Oasis.